Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Bosch SMV2ITX18G integrated dishwasher. And what I want to do today is to show you around the dishwasher, some of the features and benefits that it offers. Just before I start, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up. What I do is I talk about household appliances like these. I do specialise in vacuum cleaners, and there's normally a bit of tech in there as well. This isn't normally how you'd see an integrated dishwasher. This is in its raw state, so it's without the furniture door on the front. And of course, once it's actually in the housing, in your kitchen or utility, then you don't see any of the side. But I just thought I'd quickly show you around it. You can see that you've got the insulation on the top, so that can really help with things like the noise level of the dishwasher. Just round the back, you can see that I've got the waste, and you've got the water connection as well. But really what I want to do is to concentrate on the operation of the dishwasher and just show you some of the features it's got. So first of all, I'll just show you inside the dishwasher. You will notice, I know not many of you will have this situation, but the door itself is actually very springy, and that's really because once you put the furniture door on the front, then it just weighs it down. Of course, what Bosch do, and all manufacturers do, is they, I suppose, weigh the door and they assume a certain weight is going to be on the front once you've got the wooden door on the front. But at the moment it's very springy, and I'll be honest, I need to almost support it with my leg to hold it down. But inside the dishwasher, first of all, the top basket. So all of these are static, so you can't fold any of these down, which you can do on some dishwashers. Also, you've got this section here. This is really designed if you wanted to put, say, wine glasses against it. The stems can rest against here, which is always a really good idea, because on quite a few dishwashers then it can be lacking in that facility. But you can take this off if you want to, so if you didn't want that, and if you wanted a flatter area on the top, then you've got that option. These can fold up as well. These are really good if you've got other little espresso cups or long bread knives, then that's always a popular option. At the front here, this almost has two uses. The first one, it'll be used to pull the top tray in and out of. The second one, and I suppose the main reason for it, is that during part of the wash, the tablet, which goes in here, will actually drop out and it will fall into this section. And the main advantage of that is that it will dissolve properly. On some of the other dishwashers and some of the older versions, it used to drop into the bottom section of the dishwasher, and sometimes if it lands in a cup or say in a bowl or something, then it won't dissolve properly, and that can have a big impact on the quality of the wash. So just while we're on that section, this is where you put the either gel pouch or the dishwasher tablet. Once you put it in, you just click that, and then partway through the wash that will open automatically. This section is for the rinse aid. Rinse aid is always important. I always recommend using rinse aid in the dishwasher, and what that will do is that will ensure that you get the nice shiny plates and cups within the dishwasher. You do have the option, and I think a lot of people use the 3-in-1 or 4-in-1 tablets. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of them, because if you're relying on the 3-in-1 or 4-in-1 to replace things like the salt and the rinse aid, then the washing performance will never be that good. So if you are going to use them, then I'd still say to use the salt and rinse aid as well. As we go to the bottom tray, again, all of these are static, so you can't fold any of these down. You have got the cutlery basket. That is designed just to sit in that place, so you don't have an option as to where you put it. The cutlery basket is one that Bosch have on pretty much all of the dishwashers now. And with this, you've got the option of either having it like that, where you can separate all of the cutlery. So I suppose that's the recommended way of putting everything in, because what it will do is it will separate all of the spoons, the knives, the forks, to ensure a good quality wash. Personally, I'll be honest, I don't use that option. I always fold them back. I suppose mainly because it can be a pain taking everything out once you've got the top up. Sometimes they get stuck in there and it's just a little bit annoying, but also I can get more in like that, and it's a lot quicker to empty. That's my personal opinion. I know some people will use it the other way. If you do, which way do you use it? So which way would you use it? Would you put them in like that, or would you put them in with the top up like that? Let me know in the comments. As we go towards the back of the dishwasher, you've got the Polynox interior. So this is one of the standard interiors that Bosch use on some of their dishwashers. You can take this out, so you can take the lower spray arm out if you wanted to clean that. You've got the salt filling on the left hand side, and the filter. This is easily accessible. You'll see there is a bit of water residue in there. That's just from where they're tested in the factory. So if yours has arrived, and if you do that, don't worry, it's all it is just been tested before they come out, just to make sure they're all okay. And then all you need to do with the filter is just to rinse it, normally under warm water, just to get any of the rubbish out from around the filter. And then to put that back in, you just locate to the bottom. I know you probably can't see it there, but there are two little arrows just to show you where to connect it up to. Now I'll take you through some of the program options that the dishwasher's got. The on and off button is on the left hand side. You will see you have got a little display in the middle. It won't display the time of the program, so if you did want to know the times of the programs, then unfortunately you do need to refer to the instructions. If you follow me on YouTube for a while, you will know I'm not a huge fan of instructions, but within the instructions there is this sheet, and what it will do is it just gives you an idea of the duration of each program, and also the energy efficiency, so the amount of electricity and water that it uses, which I think is a really important factor, especially at the moment, because here in the UK energy prices have gone through the roof. So people are a lot more conscious. I'd say people are conscious on the amount of energy and water that the dishwashers use anyway, but I'd say over the last especially 3 or 4 months it really has become an important factor in the buying decision of any dishwasher. So the first program on here is the Eco 50 degrees, and with that one, it is a long program. You are looking around 4.5 hours, but with that, it doesn't consume a huge amount of electricity. It's only 0.9 of a kilowatt hour for the entire program, and with that, you use around 10.5 litres of water. People would sometimes mistake Eco for quick. It's not the case. You will find that an Eco program will take longer to wash, but it's very energy efficient. The next one is the Auto 45 to 65 degree, and what that will do, that will decide on the temperature for you. So it will send a certain amount of water through. Depending on how dirty the water is, then the dishwasher itself will decide whether it's to wash between 45 and 65 degrees. It's not just a set temperature of one or the other. And for that program, that will take between 1 3/4 hours and 2 3/4 hours. And for that program, it will use between 0.85 and 1.35 kilowatt hours of energy. And the water consumption varies a huge amount, between 9.5 and 15.5 litres of water. So as I say, you've not got much control over which temperature it's going to use, but at least you know that if everything you put in isn't too dirty, then it will be towards the lower temperature range. The next program on here is the intensive 70 degrees. And with that, it's not too long a wash. It's around 2 hours 10 to 2 hours 15, and it will use around 1.3 kilowatt hours of energy. And the water consumption will vary between 11 and 13.5 litres of water. That's the main program to use if you've done say a Sunday roast, and if everything's quite greasy or dirty, then that's the main one to select because it's at a much higher temperature. The next program is the Express 65, and with this one it's only an hour, so it is, although it's a 65 degree program, it is an hour in duration as well, and it uses around 1.1 kilowatt hours of energy and around 10 litres of water. And I suppose that one, that's good if everything you put in isn't too dirty and if you are in a hurry for it. Then the next option, you can select a favourite options if you want. So if there's a certain program and different extras that you use, then you've got that ability. As far as over this side, you've got the start in. So what this will do is this will enable you to start the program at a later time. This is really good if you've got things like economy 7, where if you've got cheap electricity during the night, then you can delay it by either 3, 6 or 9 hours, and it just shows on the little display in there. The next option on here is called Remote Start. This is part of Bosch's Home Connect feature. Now with Home Connect, there's quite a lot you can do. I'm not going to cover it too much in detail because Bosch keep adding features to it. But essentially what you can do is you can start your dishwasher remotely. So if you're out and if you wanted to start it from your mobile phone or tablet, then you would have the option. But there is a sister model to this called the SGV2ITX18, and the main difference between the SGV and the SMV is the home connect. Around the world there has been a chip shortage, so Bosch have toggled between two models, the SGV and the SMV. At the moment of recording, this is the main model, the SMV, and hopefully this is the model they're going to carry on with. The next option on here is called extra dry. Now this is something that if you tend to wash a lot of things like plastic cups or plates, if you've got young kids and if that's something you're putting in the dishwasher a lot, then the extra dry is a really good option. You do tend to find that water tends to sit on things like plastic plates a bit more than say on glass or ceramics. The next option on here is half load. So if you didn't have a full load to wash, then just select the half load option. Clearly, once you actually select a proper program rather than on the favorite, then that will become active, and you'll find that that will reduce the time of the wash as well. You have got something called Speed Perfect, and when you select that, that will reduce the time of each wash. Now, I suppose unfortunately, because you've not got the display showing the time on here, then you don't know by how much. But I suppose you almost have to trust that the machine is going to do that for you. And it can be really important, especially on the long programs, things like the eco program, then it can reduce it by over half the time. So that's something worth considering. The last program on here is called Machine Care. And with this program, it takes around 2 hours to do the wash. So it's not too bad, but it is recommended to do it without anything in. So don't put any cups or plates or anything in there. It uses around 1.1 kilowatt hours of energy, and the amount of water it uses is between 13 and 15 litres of water. This program is recommended to use once a month. It very much depends on the temperatures that you're washing at. If you do tend to wash at the lower temperatures, say the 50 degrees a lot, then it's not quite as important. Whereas if you are washing at the higher temperatures, say 70 or 65 degrees, then I'd say that you wouldn't need to use the machine care option as often. Just show you the energy label on the dishwasher. You will see initially it's an E rating. It may not look that impressive, but if you're comparing it to other dishwashers, especially around this price range, then an E rating is actually okay. You'll see just underneath it's showing 92 kilowatt hours of energy per 100 cycles. That's as an average, but of course that's going to vary depending on the programs that you pick. It's just showing that it's a 12 place setting dishwasher. On average it uses around 10.5 litres of water per program, but again that does vary depending on which program you pick. The noise level, C rating at 48 decibels, which is actually pretty good. 48 decibels is more than acceptable, and a lot of that can depend, I suppose, first of all on the flooring that it's on. Even the flooring type can make a difference on the noise level. Also the furniture door that you've got. Clearly the thicker the door, the better the sound insulation will be. And I suppose that's really out of your control. It very much depends what the kitchen company that you've gone with will put on the dishwasher. And then as the last thing it says on here is 4.5 hours duration. That's really on the eco program. That's the first one I showed you, the 50 degree. A couple of items that also come with the dishwasher. The first one is this. This is the heat shield, and this is really designed to be screwed underneath the worktop. So that's designed just to go under there, and really it's designed so that when you open the door, any of the steam that comes from the dishwasher doesn't damage the outside edge of the worktop. We have seen incidents where people haven't installed it, mainly where people have tried to do it themselves, and over time, over the years, it can damage the worktop, and there's not really a lot you can do about it. The other thing, it comes with this cheeky little device as well. This is called a large item spray head, and the idea is that when you open the door, you take the top basket out, and you can actually put this at the back and just turn it 90 degrees. And what this will do, this will enable you to wash large, say, grill racks or large pans. That's what that does. I'm amazed how many people ask me what that is. So again, that's called a large item spray head. If you are thinking of buying one of these dishwashers, I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. I hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Bosch SMV2ITX18G integrated dishwasher. Please give us a thumbs up, click subscribe on my YouTube video, and leave any comments below. I do always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad, about the video. If you have got any questions on the dishwasher, I'm sure there might be something you want to know, then I've got one on display, so I've got the instructions here as well. If you've got any questions, just pop it in the comments. Also, if you have got one of these, or if you've got a Bosch integrated dishwasher similar to this, then let me know what you think about it, because I'd always appreciate the feedback. Thanks for watching.